I'm just waiting for them to reveal it. She is waiting for you on the pier. Umbrella. Grandma's old umbrella. It's gotta be Grandma. It's Grandma! Grandma? Arietta, darling. Grandma! But how? There was a... You're... She's just like making a pog face right now. I don't even know what she's doing. She's just mouth agape. Dead? I'm quite aware of it, dear. Now don't be too sad for me. It was just my time to go. Death is an inevitable part of life, and I've already made my peace with it many years ago. Living as long as I have, you start to reflect on things. Grandma. It's because of your new friend that we got to meet once again. That, strange looking thing. It's Arco! A-R-C-O! And who are you calling strange looking? Grandma, why are you here? Shouldn't you be... I haven't been able to move on just yet. You see, I have a promise to keep. For your mother. Over a decade ago, I promised to leave her our old family ring. Just like my mother once gave it to me. Your silver ring? That's right. The silver is from the very same silver mine that's located on this island. It has been in the family for ages. During my last days here, it was lost, and I didn't have a chance to come back for it. Until now. I searched high and low and finally managed to find it. It's just lying on the ground at the forest side spring. I've got no idea how I got all the way up there. Yet, as soon as I reached my hand out and attempted to pick it up, these terrible beings came out of nowhere and surrounded me. I was so frightened that I ran back here and left the ring right where I found it. It was then that I met Arco. Those awful monsters must have been after the ring too. I might have an idea of what those so-called monsters actually were. It's uncommon that they would react like that to a ring, though. Or any object, for that matter. I'm telling you, they came straight for it. But thank heavens for that, since I managed to slip past while they were distracted. Maybe we should go and see if it's still there. If what you think is true, I'm interested in seeing this ring myself. So, for a whole year, you've been here? A year? What are you talking about? I've only been here for a little while. I think. Don't worry, Grandma. We'll get that ring back. I don't want to get you in any trouble over me. Don't worry. I have Larko here to protect me. I'll be back before you know it. Arco, let's go. Yeah. Please, just be careful. Sarah. Is there like a... I don't know if it's saved or not. Forest side spring. Okay, yeah, it's saved now. Well, I'm gonna do this thing and then I'm gonna stop. Maybe that's not the greatest of ideas. Oh, right. Get tired in this game. Jeez, that really sucked. That's not what I could have done. Oh boy, I'm gonna die. Maybe not. You can even break glass to get health. No. There's something on there. That face. Wait. Before we head deeper into the forest, there's something you should know. Her face now, because I'm going to kill you. What is it? The echoes of those who once lived are not the only inhabitants of the spirit realm. Well, you And I'm not talking about my kind either. There actually exist many different ethereal entities. Some of them are friendly, even helpful in some ways, although that's rare. But then there are the malevolent kind. We call them roamers. They are a vile race constantly moving from one place to another, seeking to absorb energy from anything they come across in an attempt to grow more powerful. And as a bound, you will be their target now too, I'm afraid. The roamers use the energy they absorb to multiply themselves, and that's why their numbers are constantly rising, like a disease spreading through the spirit realm, soon affecting everyone. One of our most important tasks has always been to keep them at bay. I had no idea. So these roamers are the monsters that Grandma was talking about? And they are now all over the forest? Is there any way to defend myself against them? Hold out your wind sword. In its current form, it will be completely useless against them. But I can use my energy to awaken its full potential. A wooden sword? You're going to awaken the potential of a wooden sword. Amazing. We got a lot of just awakening swords already. Huh! This game I have a blue sword. We have the crimson sword and then we have the aqua sword. Whoa, what happened to it? Your wind sword isn't just any old toy. It's actually quite special. It is something we call a conduit. Conduits are special artifacts that function as links between the realms. Okay, she just happens to have this wooden sword that's this conduit thing, or are you just saying that all wooden swords are like this? Connecting every level of existence to another, be it human or spirit. The bond you share with it can be used to our advantage. Or is it just that you turn it into a conduit? I don't know what you think, but she's got a blue sword now. To be honest, it is not the most powerful conduit out there. But it's powerful enough to make it possible for me to direct my energy through it. And enhance every strike you make with it. Any roamer unfortunate enough to get caught in the blade's way will most definitely feel it. Look at that smug face! Conduits are hard to come by, so take good care of it. Besides, roamers are always looking to get their hands on one. I've seen you swing a sword many times before. Wooden or not, you are more than capable of handling yourself with it. Well, yeah, but swatting a couple of angry wasps is a different thing. That wasn't a couple angry wasps. That was like 10. Actually, that was 20. 20. You need to trust yourself more. Give it a try. Okay, here goes. There's more dialogue than there needs to be. Your wind sword has been turned to a spirit sword, and she looks. Look at that cute face. Look at the cute face. Look at it. Now you have the means to defend yourself against the roamers. Can we stop talking now? Nice. Really. I know you want to help your grandmother, no matter what it takes. Remember, we're in this together. The only way for us to stand up to them is to combine our strengths. So you make that sword swing, and I'll make sure every hit it lands counts. Right. Can you go now? And please, call me Ari. Wait. Why? Okay. a cute girl. Also, this looks cool. Birds. Yeah. Come Michael Jackson. Yo. Yo. Die. Wow, I'm just gonna roll right into it. Don't mind. I'm on a roll. My jokes are terrible, I know. Ah! God darn it. I still been able to hit. Oh my gosh! Give me health. Give me health. Give me. Ah! Why am I making a song out of Ooh. Hi. How do you see me from all the way up there? The others couldn't see me until I got right up close to them. I'm not sure why I thought that would work. Oh my. You said, whoa. Stand alive. Stay alive. Oh gosh, this trail's gonna hurt me. Oh my gosh, I'm about to die. Just kidding. The power of grass. I feel like I could break this one sword by just hitting a bunch of trees with it. I mean, I can't because this is a game, but yeah. Oh. Okay. Mysterious person. Well, that's not a person. Hi, friend. Oh, really? Lots of roamers out tonight, don't you think? How do I know you aren't a roamer? Not safe. Not safe at all. You'd better get inside while you still can. Something ominous is in the air. It's me. Wait, you're bound, aren't you? I don't trust you. I guess. Great. Tell you what, come and find me tomorrow and we'll do some business, you and me. The name's Midri, by the way. Oh, but now I gotta scoot. Scoot, boot, boogie. Boot, scoot, boogie. Certainly not safe here tonight. I don't trust him. I don't. What? Well, what was that all about? That was a Mididarian, one of the ethereal races that inhabit the spirit realm. They are friendly entities who work as sort of merchants in the realm. They often use bounds as mediums to bring them whatever they might want at that moment. And it's usually well worth it. We should definitely track him down once we get the chance. Yeah, I'll try doing that. And just when I thought this night couldn't get any weirder. I probably should have stopped. And we keep on having games that don't really... You know... Yeah, I think by this same point I can tell I had already stopped. Yeah, I'm just taking way too much time on each and every game. I'm just going to ignore that bet. Time to speed run. Oh, not that much speed run though. Okay, I think we're at the boss fight. I don't have to speed run so much anymore. Hold on for just a second. Look. See it? There's something shining on the ground. That's Grandma's ring! Just like she said. And no roamers in sight. Let's grab it while we can. It seems odd. Why would they just leave? Maybe Grandma got it wrong and they weren't at the ring. It's a crop! What is that? It's a hue chromer, I can tell you that much. Oh no. It's absorbing energy through the ring. This is bad. It can do that? No time to explain. Alright, what we do is your choice. If we leave now, it'll only get stronger and start to multiply. But I'm afraid it might be way out of our league already. This is definitely not the way I had planned this night to play out. You make the call. Given the circumstances, is it as good a plan as any? Yeah, but risk losing the ring? No way. Okay, I don't actually make the call. Trust myself more, right? Okay. We are taking it down. Wait, what? She just... Why would... Oh, does he just do the same trick the whole time? Surely. Oh, okay. Rover is dead. Give me that thing. Is that the ring? You have found something. No idea what it is, but you better take it anyways. All right. Give me that ring. Got the ring. Cute smile. Good job. Hey, you handled yourself great. I knew you had it in you. These roamers were probably drawn here because of your grandmother. She was in more danger than you can ever imagine, coming all the way up here alone. But in the end, it seems they found the ring more interesting rather than her. Strange there were so many of them in the forest, though. I wonder where they crept out from, do you think? You have a reflection. Hey, we can talk about it later. Let's get back to the cabin. I'm sure Grandma's eagerly waiting for us to return. Oh no. Yeah, let's go. I get a feeling Grandma isn't waiting eagerly. Oh. Waiting to black again. Okay, Grandma is waiting eagerly. Okay. We managed to get back. Get it back. Really? Bless you. Now, come morning, give it to your mother. And don't tell her anything about this. She worries too much already. What will I say? You're a clever girl. You'll think of something. That's the end of the game. Bye, guys. Just kidding. Well, it's my time to go. Please don't. I already know I have to. And, I'm going to miss this place. And all of you. The cool breeze on my cheek. You can feel that right now? And what comes to your new ability? Mark could tell me all about it before. Do whatever you see best. Listen to your heart. I love you. I'll be watching over you. Please. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry I got you mixed into this. It's all my fault. But for what it's worth, I'm sure everything happens for a reason. Grandma! Hi, guys. Goodbye, Arietta. Goodbye, Grandma. I love you. She's gone. Is this a dream? Can I wake up now? I'm really sorry. This all must be too much for you. After I came into contact with your grandmother, I made the choice to bring you to her. She was against it, as she knew what it would mean. And because of you, she was able to move on. No, I'm okay. I'm really glad I got to see her one last time. Thank you. If it weren't for you, I would have never been able to help her. What happens now? You should go back to sleep. You might want to take some time to process all of this. Yet, there is one more thing. Like I told you before, we only share our powers with humans who we deem worthy. Yeah, there's too many comments but you will also get to choose. The power that I have granted you can be unbound if you wish so. It is a great burden to be carried after all. The relationship between the bound and their spirit guide is always a two-way street. Your newfound ability is only active when we are together. Should you ask me to, I release myself from you and everything will be just like before. But the truth is, we need as many in this as is possible. The number of roamers is rising faster than ever. That puts everyone in danger, and the way you handled yourself tonight is nothing short of astonishing. Take your time to think it through. I need sleep. Just fall asleep standing up. I should go back to sleep. What time is it, by the way? Need some good sleep. I know you don't feel it, but it's freezing cold here. Let's get inside. Sleep pose. Is this the time where I can exit? Can I exit now? I need to quit. I need to stop. Huh? Was it all just a dream? No, you just went back to sleep. The ring. Still in your pocket. Every time. It's all real. The ring, I had to give it to Mom. You know, you could just leave it on her bedside table. No, I made a promise. What are you going to say? I'm just going to tell her that I found it. You do that next time. We can do that next time. Because 2 hours have now passed. And so yeah, we're exiting the title screen. And we're okay, this game was pretty cute. Kinda emotional, personally for me. I don't know if are you guys able to hear me? Have you been able to hear all of what I'm saying? I can't really tell. Are there still people here? Oh, there's like 4 people here, including me. Well, I'll just assume that it's okay, because no one's been saying anything, but wait, how did I... Well, this game was pretty cute, it's pretty emotional, I already said all that. It's colorful, the music sounds pretty good. Still reminds me of Violet Evergarden. But yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next game now. It's gonna close out, like, slowly. Fade to black. The next game is Toodee and Topdee. I think. That's what it's gonna be. That's why I said it before. That's why I said it would be before, so yeah, it's gonna be that. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna play this thing. This game looks like a cute thing. It has some weird stuff going on. This one should be easy to take only a bit on. What was the next game after this? Cris Tales. Oh, that's probably gonna take a little bit. And then we're gonna have another platform. We're gonna have web. I don't assume that web would have much of a. This music is kind of kettling. I don't assume that web would have much of a story, but you never know. Back. Start. Oh yeah, we can have 2 players. 3. Start new game. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chapters. And it's going to actually go up to 5 because this is 0. We're probably going to just play 0. What's this video? In the beginning of time, the universe was empty. In the beginning, there was nothing. There was only one thing in existence. God. His name was Olive. I don't know. I don't know why I find it so funny. God, guys. This is God. Oh. His name was Aleph. Aleph was a master of an ancient language. Just one? God really slacking. An enchanted language that can turn words into worlds. Countless days and nights later, Aleph filled the void with worlds. However, something was missing. Life. Without a stabilizing force, the world moved erratically in space. Aleph had to be certain that the life he was about to create would not be in danger. Then why the comma? That's not proper use of a comma. And thus he forged a semi. Okay. The semicolon was placed at the center of the universe, keeping the world in balance. You know, you could have put a semicolon in that sentence just to make it nice, just to the irony. But okay. In perfect harmony, the worlds revolved around the semicolon in a constant, calm pace. Now that the universe was safe and stable, Aleph created life in one of the worlds. In that world lived a creature called Toodee. I wish I could jump as good as you. I already learned that. Hold Z to jump higher. Why aren't you wearing a shirt? Bruh! Haven't you heard? Boys don't need shirts. Do not beat the pig. Oh. Have a nice day. I want to feed the pig. Wait, that's it? Aleph was pleased with his new creations. Well, with most of them. Unintentionally, Aleph created mystical entities called glitches. What? These glitches wreaked havoc in the universe and had to be dealt with. For that purpose, Aleph created an assistant. Toodee. What? I thought Toodee was the person on the world. Toodee's purpose was to keep track of the glitches, so Aleph could fix them later. With Toodee by his side, Aleph was now ready to continue with his craft. Now another world had life in it, but it was a bit different than the first. You'll see the difference when you meet Topdee. Topdee, you're invading my personal space. Move. Put boxes inside holes to create bridges. Bop. Ba-da-bop. Bop. 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 If you hold and try to move, you can spin around in place. Like, what is the use of that? Boxes are heavy. I prefer to push them around to where I need. Wait, what? Take all the keys to open the locked walls. Yeet! Oh. With the new assistant, Aleph felt confident. The team worked together as one and created life in more worlds at a dazzling pace. Until there was one last world to fill with life. And that made Toodee think. If there's nothing left to do, Aleph wouldn't need him anymore. Oh no. Toodee kept thinking. What would happen if the semicolon went missing? Wouldn't the Aleph have seen that? What happened? Where am I? Is this creature walking on the wall? Oh, you really are walking on the wall. How do you do that? From where I'm standing, it looks like you're on the wall. From where you're standing, like on the wall? Never mind. I think I'm lost. Everything is shaking and now I'm here. Can you help me? This wrecks your mind. I wish I could, but I'm lost too. I need to get back to my family and friends. Oh no, I hope everyone is fine. What will we do? Bang! A glitch. Ha! What? Hi, can you help us get home? This menacing thing with weird text on it. Don't talk to it. It? That's not nice. You can call me Glix. Hello, Glix. I'm Topdee. Nice to meet you. I'm Toodee. Sorry for being rude. You guys appeared here out of nowhere. It's scary. Oh, sorry. That's the nature of glitches. We just appear sometimes. Are you lost too? Not exactly. I was just born because of the missing semicolon. The what? The sacred semicolon that keeps the universe at balance. Some paper person took it and now everything is messed up. Okay, so the glitches aren't that bad? That sounds bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Can we fix Why do they need that dialogue? Can we fix it? Maybe. I got you by going through these portals, so if you go back the way I came, you might find the missing semicolon. That sounds fun! That sounds dangerous. Besides, where can we find these portals exactly? Here! Did you just come a hand? I did! I'm a glitch. I don't make sense. Good luck, I'll check on you later. Yay! Is this loud? Is there something that's too loud? Hello world. Wait a minute. What? Wait. Hello world. Well, that's a lot of levels. I don't think we're gonna be able to do all those. Let's just do this first line or something. This place looks familiar. It kind of looks like home, but different. Really? That's so weird. I feel the same way. Glick said that the universe was out of balance. Maybe my world and your world merged together. See, what else the other worlds? They all merge together. I sure hope finding a semicolon will fix everything. Pop, 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 pop. Shove. Woo. What that? I don't think I should try finding out. Maybe these won't be so bad. Root. Hi! I know that's how I'm supposed to do it, but something I don't really understand. Yeah, we're already on the first line now, I think. Oh. Wait. I didn't think through that one. Oh wait, I see. I love how we just pause. I feel like there should be some unlockable things, but I'm not really finding those. I'm glad he didn't die from that. Not much to say. Hello! Hope you haven't been waiting for too long there. I recognize your name. Yeah, I think you're not a person from Noteworthy Games, right? I feel like... Oh, that should have been savable. Well... No, not really. It looks like... Crap. Wait. Wait. Oh. Oh. Man. Even. You know, he's gonna need the box. Jason Oz. Wait, what? I'm pretty sure I could have crushed it. But that would have been sad. Got him. Are we there yet? Come on, how many of these are there? You can't just... Wait. Oh. Oh, man. That's one way to do it. Yeah, he can't do that. Wait. Oh, that. No. I feel like that probably could have been saved. That can't. Oh! Oh. Oh, it's done. I pressed the wrong button. I'm just gonna use. Save me. Save me, punk. Wait, that's not. That would have been the badly. I pressed the wrong button. What's wrong with me? Oh, right. I keep missing the box. I keep getting so confused. Why? Why? I got it in the bag. I just need to actually do it. Oh. Oh. This is gonna take a while. Wait. I need to time my jumps better. Ah, wasted all that time. Please tell me that was the last one. How many? Okay, good. This is like, okay, so he's cramped. But these are getting harder. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, that doesn't kill him. Not want to have to restart that. Oh, hi! Hello! Don't you recognize an evil face when you see one? Have you seen a portal around here? There are no portals here, only me. Your journey ends here. Okay, we're gonna go now. We don't understand what kind of find the missing semicolon fix the universe. Silence! Don't you know who you're talking to? It is I, or Daluk. No, I don't know that. And I'm the boss around here. Oh, why didn't you say so? I'm actually available for work. So if you can just give me your email address, I'll send you advice. Topdee, I think it's a different kind of boss. That's enough! You will not waste my time any longer. Aww. Ah! What's going on? Yay! then that opens up, and then that opens up. But then what? Okay. And then there's the space. This is more difficult than it looks. Ah! Oh, I was so close. I think I would have been fine if I just ended it. Oh boy! Let's go again! This should be the last time. Button book. So there was a ladybug that I could have gotten. Oh no, we broke it. That's some neat music. Wait, what? Huh? At last, I am back to my true self. You have somehow managed to remove Toodee's corruption. By dropping blocks on your head? Exactly, thank you so much. You're welcome. I am one of the 4 guardians meant to keep the universe safe. Really? That's a thing? However, when Toodee stole the semicolon, I have become corrupt. It's kind of not how you speak, but okay. Instead of keeping the creations of Aleph safe, I have tried to harm them. Kinda sounds like an excuse. We forgive you, we're trying to fix the universe. Can you help us? I am very tired from all the correction. Oh, come on! Please, Guardian Udaluk. We just need a ride to the next portal. Well, for removing my corruption, I guess I can teleport you to the next portal. Godspeed, heroes. May Aleph guide your path. Bye-bye. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. That's the end of that. Oh my gosh! Took an hour again. Well, that game was pretty fun and complicated, and I'm gonna move on. We're moving on. Cris Tales. Now, this game has gotten some bad reviews and stuff, and I was really excited for it. It sounds neat, but I'm a little worried about those bad reviews. I'm also worried about how long this might take. Might not get to Webbed or Dodgeball Academia. Of course, when I took too short a time on the other one, I would take too long this time. I need to stop with the first boss on those other games. What's actually happening? People. Bad person. Maybe? Good. Okay, now electric person is created. Fuggle. Evil woman. Did you guys show us the whole game? Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I forgot to change the... I didn't do what I was doing before, so I got distracted. Cris Tales. My bad. Okay, so here's Cris Tales. Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot to change the title quickly. Oh. Now you work. New game. Let's hope this story goes quick. Well, I already know I'm not going to get a Dodgeball Academia. I just kind of wanted to get to Webbed. I very much intended to get to Webbed.
Time to reach the town.
This is a real fight, Cris. Time to use your new skills.
Swift, be precise. First, select attack, and then choose your target.
What?
Finally, just as the attack connects, press the button one more time to do a double slash.
What? Wait.
Getting that second hit requires precise timing. Make sure you press the button again right as your attack hits the enemy.
This reminds me of I Can Fell, but also not. Yay!
Good, Cris Tales. Be cautious. Watch for your opponent's attack and press the button right when they hit you to block most of the damage.
This is a lot of I Can Fell.
Nicely done.
Wait. What?
Now give it your all. Finish it off. Well done, Cris Tales, but I am afraid our work is not done here.
This is a little less clear than I Can Fell. It's a little less clear when the time is right.
Who are you supposed to be?
Who are you? My name's...
Tell me if we survive. You know how to fight?
Let us show you.
I wanna know. You don't have any skills yet. Get good. Okay. It's probably better to attack this guy.
Not bad. I'm Christopher, by the way.
It's not really that hard to hit the precise timing. In fact, like this, what is the window? We can't even see what the window is. Wow, that was uneventful. Hello.
It's two less of them. Been chasing those things since I left St. Clarity.
I don't like how this is introducing. We don't know what's actually going on.
We've got to stop them before they reach town.
Is she dreaming?
Exactly how do you plan to do that?
Magic!
Hold your ground. They won't get past us.
Look, Volcano! They broke our poor goblins! How adorable! Can we keep them?
Gally, we've talked about this. No more pets until
I stop murdering them. I know. I just want to play! Not my fault they're all so squishy.
You got strange bodies.
And that's why we can't have nice things.
Well, not strange. Yeah, okay. Oh, what?
Didn't work. We can't touch them.
Water bubble! Maybe I can. Why not?
Scratch?
Well, we're soaked now.
We can't take much more of this.
Oh,
It is time. Use the crystals.
I was supposed to block that.
The crystals.
I was supposed to block that. We're gonna flash back now to when we should be starting. Yay, the title card. I kind of miss some platforming. But I should have. I just haven't got my red head and engaged for an RPG apparently. Rose. Froggy!
Wait, my rose!
Crisbell! Crisbell! Where are you? Crisbell!
I'd better not keep her waiting.
She looks like the Cris character. Use to move, press Z to interact with people or objects. How can I to do it?
Crisbell! Finally. Did you prune the roses yet?
That wasn't much.
I'm sorry, Mother Superior. It's just my rose. The frog, it took it.
Enough, enough. I've seen that look before. Find that rose, then hurry back. There's work to do and no time to waste. Go on.
Yes, Mother Superior. Thank you, Mother Superior.
And be careful. I worry about you.
I don't like that name, Mother Superior. They better provide a good reason for it later. She's kinda cute. Wait, what?
If I picked every strawberry right now, maybe I won't have to do it ever again.
No, that's not how that works. Wait, what? Oh.
I miss your grandma, Cris, and how it used to be around here.
Just another story where Grandma died. Press A to check out your current objective.
I have to get my rose back.
Yay.
I still have to find that frog.
I guess I don't get to talk to those.
What a lovely day for a walk in the woods.
Butterflies! There means clear. How do I know where the frog went?
Check out the cool sticker we found. It's a skull. Check out the cool...
I assume I should exit the town. I'm gonna start talking to other people too.
I still have to find that frog.
But you know where my frog went?
Why would someone do this?
Do what? Do what? Ah!
That Marco is never home. He will inherit this one day. He should help me take care of it.
Think about the future. It's not just the farms that'll be renovated. It's the orphanage, the shops, the whole town.
Your future fouls the land, poisons the water. Goblin raiding parties, a burning of our fields. Money, power, your precious industry. That's all you care about now.
How dare you? Where's your proof?
Proof. Look around you. Look at our crops.
Then sell your lands, Robert. Don't let it trouble you any longer. It's what's best for the town.
It's best for someone, but not the town. You seem to be doing just fine.
Now, see here. I never...
Mr. Mayor, we have a visitor. Hello, Crisbell. What do you want?
Hello, Miss Lana.
What do you
I was looking for a yellow frog with a top hat.
Of course you were.
want?
Try the northern fields. That's where all the little pests go,
This girl.
May the lady light your way, Crisbell. Too many in town have strayed from her grace.
Oh, thank you. I should go.
Froggy! Froggy, 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 froggy. Froggy? Froggy? Hey. How does a rose have that many petals? This is unrealistic, guys. Rose will not exist anymore.
Hi, Polly. How are things? I don't know, Chris. Between the crops, the monsters, the weather, it never ends. I just saw your dad with the mayor. They seemed really angry. Again? I keep telling him to trust the mayor. We need his soldiers to protect us. But it's always, we give the lady our trust. Everyone else has to earn it. Sorry, Chris. What's up? I'm looking for a little yellow frog. He was wearing a hat. A top hat. He took my rose. A frog in a top hat? Only you, Crisbell. I haven't seen it, but I'll keep my eyes open. Thanks, Polly. Maybe I should pray to the lady about it. You have been talking to my father. Well, if you're looking for a miracle, I suppose the cathedral is as good a place as any to try.
Wow, that rose sure has a lot of petals. Still.
If Mother Superior finds out I've come here alone...
Stop going alone anyways. Wait, what? That is clearly this belt. Oh, there's a fire in her eyes. This girl is on fire. Through time itself.
What's happening? Who's doing this?
Actually, you are. You have opened the crystals of time, Crisbell.
What are... I mean, how do you know my name?
So many questions. Matthias the Frog at your service. I have been keeping an eye on you for some time now.
On me? Why?
I suspected you had been chosen, my dear. It appears I was correct.
Chosen? By whom? What are these crystals? Why me?
More questions. The past and the future have revealed themselves to you. Come, see for yourself.
I can't! I don't want this!
Nothing to fear, child. You have much to learn about your powers.
Powers? This is a curse! Why is this even happening?
You're upset. Perfectly understandable. But I know someone who can help. He lives in a little hut down by the lake.
Leave town? Mother Superior will worry.
She would be very worried if she saw you like this.
Is it another talking frog?
If only. But sadly, no. Trust me, little one. Let us go immediately.
Froggy, 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 froggy.
That will not help, Crisbell. Please, let us go to my friend.
Where's your friend again?
That will not help, Cris. That will not help.
We aren't able to see what he looks like in the past.
What am I supposed to tell them? They won't believe me anyway.
Is that correct? Well, we've had our first save. Well, should I continue or not? I don't know. I know I can't get to Dark Ball Academia at this point. It's a good thing I did not put down the thing. I knew I had to get the Cris Tales, but oh my gosh.
These strange ruins have been here ever since I can remember.
Here we are. He lives just over there in that hut. Perhaps you should let me do the talking.
This is an interesting concept. Oof. I'm looking at that plant right there. You might be able to tell by me putting it into focus, but yeah, okay. Everything dies in the future. I don't like it. Everything is disintegrating.
This soil, it feels warm to the touch.
Wilhelm, answer the door!
Go away, I'm busy.
Open the door, you pompous child! We have important business!
Matthias? Huh. Idiot frog. You're a child. Manners. You're speaking to a revered time mage. Now, who might you be? Crispell. Sir?
Crispell has opened both crystals of time.
Ridiculous. Impossible. Why, not even I have been able to.
Yet it has happened.
No. No. There's something else at work here. Can someone please tell me what's going on? Patience. I am Wilhelm the Wise. You, it seems, are a time mage, as am I. And while my powers have led to my youthful appearance, yours are the gift to see possibility. Possibility? I thought it was the future. Incorrect. It is a possible future. Perhaps a practical demonstration will help. Take this seed and plant it over there. Tell me, what do you see in the future? A tree. It's growing from the seed I planted. Exactly.
A glow fruit tree to be specific. But take care. It will only grow if you care for it. Otherwise, it will wither and die.
So if I do something in the present, I can affect the future.
Obviously. Has that not always been the case? Now, however, you have the ability to see future possibilities, so choose your actions accordingly.
I should use this to check up on Mother Superior and my sisters. They'll be wondering where I've gone. Thank you, Wilhelm.
Yes, yes, go to your sisters. You've given me much to ponder, young mage.
This is where I planted the seed Wilhelm gave me.
Look, okay, why am I looking at that? Of course there's nothing there. This is probably slow, just like this is probably slow, just like I was being told to talk about academia is. Music is pretty good, but you can see that he's looking at the future.
No! How could this happen? Matthias, what?
Huh? The roses all die, and then there's some weird plants there. What the heck are those?
I have to tell Mother Superior what
Why? She's not gonna believe you.
Crisbell, you had me worried.
Mother Superior, you're okay. The orphanage is still here.
Well, of course. What's got you so excited, child? Did something happen?
No, I mean, not yet. I went to get my rose, then Matthias showed me how I could...
Matthias?
Yes, he was just here. I need to find him.
At least give me the rose you spent all morning looking for.
Yes, Mother Superior.
Now, go find your friend. And don't take all day. You still have to prune these roses.
Okay, see. The building changes. And it wasn't as big before.
So many chores. The kids in town get to go out and play. Matthias?
I thought it best not to upset your Mother Superior with the appearance of a talking frog.
Oh.
Crisbell, I am sorry if I upset you by leaving.
No. I mean, yes, but it's the orphanage. I saw its future. Abandoned. Empty. How could that happen?
I do not know, but let us look around town. Perhaps your new powers can shed light on this.
What a lovely day for a walk in the woods.
But she still exists. What? Wait, what? No, she says well, she would just get rid of the crops, I guess.
Did you find your frog, Crisbell? If not, you're welcome to look around here.
What? He's right there, you loser. Cathedral changes. Looking at that wheel on the top, it's kind of broken. Actually, the whole thing is broken down.
The miller's house and the apothecary's shop. They've been destroyed.
Yes, quite unfortunate.
Unfortunate? The millers are homeless. Without the apothecary, the town has no medicine.
Only in the future, and only if you let it happen.
If I let it happen? But... No, you're right.
Why would someone do this?
Excuse me. I think your shop has rot problems.
I don't have time to worry about that right now. If you want to talk rot, talk to the carpenter over to the west.
Excuse me, Mrs. Miller? I think your house has a rot problem.
Really? That's strange. The carpenter would have told me something about it. Maybe I'll go talk to him tomorrow.
Maybe we should talk to him right now.
Yeah, good morning, I guess.
Is that what you say?
There's a problem with the houses.
A problem? Great. What did you see, girl?
They're rotting away from the inside. In a few years, there won't be anything left.
And he's going to ask you, how you know that?
You saw rot on the inside. From the outside? Neat trick. Sounds like someone's been telling you stories about ash blight. Happened back when I was a kid. Would have lost most of the town if the old apothecary hadn't brewed up a batch of green leaf tonic.
Can you make some?
Do I look like an apothecary? Go ask June. She's the one who knows about this stuff.
Charming fellow.
Why would someone do this? This will take forever to sort out.
Excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me.
You and half the town? No, I can't. Someone tore the label off of my mushrooms.
That sounds bad.
Bad? It's terrible. One of these is red button. Good for digestion. Great on a salad. One of them is ground death cap. Even the tiniest bit could be deadly. An important distinction, wouldn't you agree? Of course, with no labels, it's impossible to tell them apart.
Getting kind of cold now.
Can't you just throw them out and make some more?
Sure, of course. It would take weeks to find the mushrooms, days to prepare them. I don't have time to redo it all.
Look to the past, you
My
loser.
father used to do all of that. He bottled and labeled them years ago.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help.
Me too. It'd be nice to have help around here. Since Dad died, though, I try to keep everything the way he left it. But there are only so many hours in the day. Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
Look to
Wonder
the
she said
past.
that. They all look alike.
I suppose they do.
Let me try something. Ugh, I can't see them in the past at all.
Allow me.
S? He's a tadpole. What? I'm going the wrong way.
Just a little nudge. Ah, there. Well, this one has a skull on it. I imagine this is the death cap.
That sticker. I saw it today. Some kids were playing with one. Check out the cool sticker we found. It's a skull. You took that from June's. Do you know what you've done? It's only a sticker. You can't just take things from stores. Especially not the apothecary. Some of her ingredients could be dangerous. Sorry, Cris.
This is as much proof as we are likely to get.
Miss June, we found your label. It goes on the bottle with the red lid.
Where did you find it?
Some kids took it. They just thought it was a cool skull sticker. I don't think they meant any harm.
Of course they didn't. What's done is done. I'll talk to their parents about this later. Thank you, Cris Bell. I really appreciate all you've done.
This might be a good time to ask her about the tonic.
Cris Bell, was there something you needed?
Yes. Do you know how to make green leaf tonic?
Of course. Unfortunately, I don't have any glow fruit in stock. It's very rare and it doesn't keep. Not many uses for it, but it's essential for green leaf tonic.
Is there any glue fruit near Nareen? Maybe I can find some.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, but ask Magda by the cathedral. She knows the plants in the area. You might get lucky.
You just planted it. But then again, I don't think Frog can take the green glow fruit with him.
It looks like me.
It does. Interesting. I do not believe in coincidences, Cris Bell, especially when there is a time mage involved.
Didn't they say the cathedral? Wait, oh.
Good morning, Mrs. Magda. Do you know if there's any glow fruit growing nearby? Miss June thought you might.
They used to grow by the lake, but I haven't seen one in ages.
The seed you planted for Wilhelm. It was glow fruit.
I'm sorry, dear. If you find one, let me know. They're beautiful, glowing purple and orange. and they only bloom every 10 years or so.
Wow, this is really
lovely.
slow.
Thank you, Mrs. Magda. That's just what I need.
This is... I'm gonna have to, like, stop soon. I'm gonna have to stop this game soon. Isn't this the direction? It's not the direction? I don't know how much longer it takes, but we've seen some of the action. We've seen the action seems like it reminds me of Lycanfell, and I don't know. I guess need to. That's the S, by the way. I guess I can do this.
There's the tree I planted, but the fruit is going to take forever to grow.
Then perhaps we should skip ahead. Or rather, I will.
You're gonna be an old frog.
Here it is. Now to bring it back to Crispell.
You did it! It's not much, though.
It will have to do. Let us go see the apothecary.
Some people said that she moves slowly. I'm not really seeing that. I think people are just impatient. Like, look at this. I don't know. She seems to move pretty fast to me. I think people are just stupid.
I have glow fruit. Will one be enough?
Well, not stupid. They're
That will
just
do.
impatient.
Give me just a minute. Here you go. There's enough only for one dose, but it's free of charge.
Thank you. Well, I finally have the green leaf tonic.
I thought you would be happier. What is it, Crispell?
There's only enough to fix one house. What can I do?
Ah, yes. Even with the crystals, there's only so much you can do to help. It appears you must make a decision.
How, Matthias? No matter what I choose, one of the houses will be ruined.
You are a time mage, Crispell. Decisions such as this, they will not be uncommon.
Hello, Crispell.
There's something I need to tell you. I overheard the carpenter talking about your house. Something about ash blight. Said I should give you this.
Ash blight? That's awful. My grandfather told me stories about it. It spread after the fires down in the farmland years ago. Thanks so much, Crispell. I don't know what we'd do if we had lost the house.
Of course, Mrs. Miller. I'm glad I was able to help.
Crispell, look! Do you see how your actions have affected the future?
I suppose. But what'll happen to the apothecary? What if the town needs medicine?
One problem at a time, little one. Remember, most of the town remains unchanged.
And we're not closer to finding out what happens to the orphanage.
We have more immediate issues to deal with. Look!
Smoke! The farms are on fire! That's what brought Ashblade to Nareen the last time! We've got to go!
Crispell, wait!
Where's there smoke? Oh.
It can't be too late! It can't be! Crispell, get out of here! It's goblins! They've torched the fields!
Run, girl. There's nothing you can do here.
I can help! Just let me!
Don't be foolish. Let the soldiers do their work. And pray they're up to the task.
He is right, Crispell. The crystals won't be enough. Quickly, we must see Wilhelm again.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll be making a thing later on. I'm not sure like if there's still people talking, like Night Master just like went quiet, but I think he's still walking. Oh, he left. Okay. Yes, I want to save my game. Yes. Yes. Is it this way?
Back again? What is it now, Time Maid?
Goblins are attacking the farms! We've got to do something! Matthias said you could help!
Did he? He's right, I suppose. With your talent and my training, perhaps in a few years...
Years? The goblins are attacking now!
Patience! You're a time mage. Try to act like one.
We are out of options. There is no other choice. Give her the sword, Wilhelm.
Ridiculous! The sword is much too powerful for a novice. The strain would be too much.
It is the only way. We have no time to spare.
Fine. If the girl is everything you believe, she may well survive.
It doesn't matter. I'll do it.
Very well. This should be interesting.
And then now we're going back to where we were. And she holds it like Ahsoka. Whew.
You've done it! More and more interesting.
The sword. So much power. I can feel it moving through me.
And just in time. Quickly, Crispell, the goblins!
But Mother Superior, my friends, I have to protect them.
Go! I'll look after them. Meet us at the cathedral. We'll be safe here. Now go!
Thank you, Wilhelm. They're trying to reach the town.
Now that you have the sword, your powers have been enhanced. You should now be able to send your enemies to either the future or the past. Give it a try.
Wait, what? That's... Nah. Oh shoot, I was supposed to block that. Shoot. Oops, my timing's off. I'm Loser! I'm a loser!
Who are you supposed to be?
Hello, my name is...
Tell me if we survive. You know how to fight?
Let us show him.
Not bad. I'm Christopher, by the way.
Crispo.
Same thing as before! Crispo, learn to heal. This is... Also, death to Matthias? Why?
That's two less of them. Been chasing those things since I left St. Clarity.
As far as I can tell, Cris Tales is okay to me. Yeah, that's...
We've got to stop them before they reach town.
And exactly how do you plan to do that?
Hold your ground. You won't get past us.
Look, Volcano! They broke our poor gut gap until I stop.
It's the same thing that we heard before. I'm not gonna... No, I know.
I feel stronger. Big mistake! Don't let your guard down. I don't trust this.
So he's... How do you send him to pass?
Time to have fun.
This is impossible.
This isn't working. I'll bring them back to the present. After that, you use your water skill, and I'll try sending them to the future again. Perfect. Now to open the future crystal.
Well, it's a lot like I can tell, by the way.
How clever.
This again? Have it your way. Careful. They did something to our shield. Some stupid rust. Who cares?
Oh, I actually deflected it this time. I forgot that's how it's supposed to look like. Do either of us need healing? No. Time to die.
Turn up the heat.
Okay. Since I cannot time. It's a lot harder time than it was before. Oh. Alsafic? I don't even know what that means. Yeah, we could have been here for the other two. By the way, you might notice that I'm like 4 behind. I have not gotten to Web or Dodgeball Academia. I don't think I'm going into Dogma Academia. By any chance. Webbed maybe in a few minutes. It probably won't be that much. Comparison to what it means. Unfortunately, these games all just had story, and I did not really anticipate it very well. Reacting to this. Oh. Well, they look okay. They don't appear to be like a negative reaction or something. Oh, relating. Ha ha ha. Can't read. I guess, like, do this a bunch of times. I guess do the same thing over and over. This is taking needlessly long. They could have. I'm going to try something.
Turn up the heat.
Oh, that's why. I was not supposed to be just attacking them. You see, I'm not actually that smart. What the heck is parry? I want to kill you, so I'm going to do this.
I'll kill them! Stupid little...
We're leaving.
No, why? I wanna...
Enough. The Empress will want to hear of this. Go.
Fine.
What about you? That's a little noisy. Owned by the game?
Crisbell? Is that you? You did it! We can't thank you enough.
Anton, now do you see? Look what you've done.
What I've done? You think I brought these monsters to Nareem?
I know this was your way of getting the farm. You wanted this land for your industrialization project. This was all you.
No.
Everything I do is for the future of Nareem. For your daughter's future. I would never put anyone at risk.
Mayor Anton, if I may divert our focus, this was clearly set up by an unknown party. And on that topic, tell me, Crisbell, where did you get that strange sword?
Miss Lana, this was a gift from Mr. Wilhelm and Matthias.
Oh, and who are these strangers you seem to know so well? What do they want with Nareem? Is it possible? Did they set this up? And are you part of their scheme?
How does that make sense?
Lana, no! We were just trying to help.
Enough! Guards, seize her and the shielded fellow. We'll lock them up until we can extract a confession.
We have to go. Now!
To the cathedral. Wilhelm said he'd meet us there.
Really? What logic is this?
You made it! You really were able to wield that sword. Well done! And, as promised, your friends are here. In fact, your Mother Superior...
Crisbell! Is that you? Oh, thank the lady.
Mother Superior, I'm so sorry.
Shh, dear. Your interesting new friend here has told us a great deal already. I won't claim to understand all of this, but you're safe. That's all that matters.
Safe? Maybe for now. She won't stop with Nareem. The Empress will keep building up her armies. That monster won't let anything stop her.
The Empress?
The Empress of Time. A formidable foe, and far beyond our current capabilities. And those idiots in town are too busy pointing fingers to see who saved their worthless skins.
Run from her if you want. I'll go myself if I...
Enough! Don't be stupid, boy. You'll need all the help you can get. Which means, I suppose, that I'll be going as well.
Nature make?
Going? I can't leave. The orphanage. My family.
No harm will come to your sisters, dear. Not while I live. Do you see the three faces of the lady? Portrayed in the cathedral's stained glass? Those images foretell a prophecy. A legend which has been safeguarded through the ages. The lady spoke of a girl that would open time itself. A girl that would be able to see into our past as well as the future. I believe that girl is you, my sweet Cris Bell.
But I'm no one special.
You are special, my dear. More than you could possibly know. Go to the cathedrals and seek out the other Mothers Superior. They will help guide you.
Okay, so it's a title. That makes more
I know
sense.
You've always wanted to
I
find
guess
your
that makes
mother,
sense, but
to learn more about
I
your
guess I
history.
couldn't.
Perhaps this is your chance. Your grandmother often spoke of Crystallis. Perhaps the answer lies there.
Matthias? Where did he go?
He's slippery, that one. Even for a frog. He'll turn up soon. Count on it. The soldiers will be here soon. Quickly, girl.
Fine. I'll go. But I'll return. I promise.
You'd better. Those roses still need pruning. Don't think I've forgotten. Now get moving. Merciful lady, watch over my Cris Bell. Guide her, shield her, comfort her, for she has a long road ahead. And when she is finished, O great lady, take her gently in your arms and bear her home. Be safe, dear girl.
I wasn't really paying attention to the bangs. I just knew that it looked like her a lot. Okay, title card again. Wonder how many times it's going to show us that.
There's another cathedral in St. Clarity. Perhaps we should try going there next.
Nah.
Just like this one, it's watched over by one of the Mothers Superior. It has another of those stained glass murals as well. Perhaps there's some connection with your powers.
St. Clarity, huh? I guess I knew this day was coming.
The path to get there is through the forest east of my house. Let's get moving.
Yeah, man, I gotta stop this game. Well, I don't know. I, need to go. I think. There's, 0 chance of having enough time for web or anything, because I need to stop. I'm supposed to stop at 4:30. So, unfortunately, I did not make it to either web or Dodgeball Academia, but I was considering something for to do with Minecraft next time I'm streaming. I think is when I plan to do Minecraft. I'll have to explain in Discord. There's a lot to explain, but anyways, I could do Web and Dodgeball Academia then. I just spent 2 hours on Minecraft and 2 hours on those games. Yeah, I can't do it today, unfortunately. These 3 games took too long. The puzzler just beat me. I guess was bad. Yes. The other games. Well, anyways, Cris Tales was a and other people said that the character moved slowly. I didn't really get that impression. I thought the character moved just fine. There's a chance that I'm playing it after they played it though. Like, it's been a few months, actually, since it's released. So it's a little inaccurate to call this a new release, I guess. At least compared to the others in the list. But, yeah. I decided I didn't care, and I did. I played it anyways. So, yeah. That's Cris Tales. See, that's pretty good, honestly. I just wish there was an easier way to time, maybe. But when the attack hits, it's pretty easy to predict, honestly. So it's been patched as of a week or so ago. Okay, so they must have made her faster or something. They must have gotten a lot of complaints about her moving slowly. That's what I would guess. Because he didn't seem to move slowly at all to me. Anyway, so yeah, that's this game, and you probably heard my sister calling. Oh, good. And I also got to Flynn, Son of Crimson, just when I needed to. But yeah, still sorry about Webbed and Dodgeball Academia. It's so weird. Like, I had more than enough time last time. I kept ending games earlier than I needed to. This time, I didn't end games soon enough. Like, the first two games, I probably could have ended at least one of them sooner. Instead, I waited. Like, Arietta of Spirits, I could have ended after the first boss. But, to be fair, I wouldn't have learned much about the spirits if I did that. I would have just been ending on a weird note. Honestly, this is probably best I could have done. This is probably best look for it. I don't remember what I did for Crimson. Oh yeah, Crimson I could have ended earlier than I did. I played a little too long with that. If I had stopped earlier with that, then I could have gone to Webbed. At least, I wouldn't have gone to Dodgeball Academia, but Webbed I could have gone to. So yeah. That's all, I guess. See you when the video releases. Bye-bye. Oh, and I can confirm that none of these games were a castle hold level. Thank goodness. I don't ever want one of those games in here again. I was a little worried Cris Tales would be like that. Anyways, yeah, that's it. That's it. Anyways, yeah. Here's Here's Webbed. You can have a little bit of a sneak peek. I'm not going to show you the video, but just look it up. And there's Dodgeball Academia. Webbed is another platformer with a spider. It does not have laser vision. I'm pretty sure you said something about laser vision. Anyways, yeah, bye. Yeah, you know, I'm dragging it out. Just in. Okay. Bye. It does? Not in the trailer. Is that some kind of spoiler? Okay, whatever. The spider has laser vision. I don't understand. I'm going to end this stream. You played it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to play it too soon.